Alrighty, here we are, another week around the trash fire. Your host with ISO on with the boy.
John.
John, it's LVO week.
It is LVO week, and we're going.
We are. We're going to completely different events, but we're going.
Yes, I'm gonna be doing the I was gonna make a joke and say you're doing the Blood Bowl event, but I can't think of any other like lame game I would want to do. So
I don't even.
joke
Did
didn't
they
work out, but
have a Blood Bowl at LVO?
I think so.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It's got to have a big enough fan base to
Yeah,
still keep models and stuff.
I think Will told me that in Europe they have like 300 people Blood Bowl tournaments, which is just all right. People play that game.
300.
Yeah,
My God. Okay. Well, good for them, I guess.
good for them. Good for them. Not for me.
So, what are you doing at LVO?
I will be doing Horse Heresy.
Or is
I am
here?
doing the 2-day narrative event as well as the competitive event on Sunday. We'll be bringing my Blood Angels for the narrative event and gonna bring Custodes for the competitive event. I will, unlike sane 40k people like yourself who probably practiced your lists. These will, for the narrative, I've never played that. Well, I played like 80% of the list I'm bringing, but Sunday will be the first time I play Custodes in the new edition, so it's gonna be a fun time.
Well, I haven't really had too much practice with my list, so what can I say? A new job really messes everything up. Your schedule's all wonky, but
Gotta go with the luck of the dice then.
that's what I hope for. But that's not usually on my side. But I'm not signed up for it, but I'm gonna try to get into the championships. We'll see. There's usually spots that opened up when you get there.
Okay.
If not, I'll just do the RTTs,
There we go.
and then I've already got a ticket for the doubles tournament.
Nice.
Just gonna do me and my friend are doing Thousand Suns and Death Guard, and we thought we'd be really lame and just do a bunch of Terminators.
There we go.
That way we could just never die and just have a very very plain list. But we'll see what happens.
Have I told you the Custodes list I'm bringing?
You have not.
It's like 43 troops. So I think it's 3 or 4. No, it's 4 squads of 10. I think 10 spears. I was gonna do 40 spears, but I only have enough models that I could borrow to do 20 spears. So 2 squads of 10 spears, 2 squads of 10 shields, 3-man squad of spears, because that's how much points I have left. Valdor, a shield captain, an allied detachment of Sisters of Silence, so I get 3 apothecaries. So with the HQ from that detachment and the 3 apothecaries, my giant squads are immune to psychic powers. And then 2 Calidus assassins, because they have the special rule in 30k where unless the Calidus has shot or charged, sorry, has shot or fought in melee, you cannot target it with anything. So the goal, so there's this is so dumb. The first goal is to tie up a last cannon squad or like a big squad because she's immune to Overwatch, right? So she ties them up. Hopefully she kills them. If not, they're tied up because they hit her on 5s and they can't Overwatch her. But the real meme is if it's an objective mission with like objective tokens, she goes into their home base objectives and contests the whole game, and they kind of can't do anything about it.
That sounds gross.
Cannot be targeted. She can be tank shot, so I got to be careful about that. But otherwise, yeah, you just can't. You can't do anything. It's really dumb rules writing that I will be taking advantage of because it's a competitive event. But yes, pretty dumb. So that's my list. Never played it. Never played the army. I'm just gonna make this dumb unkillable list like your doubles list with just 43 2-up save bodies with 2 wounds that move 13 inches a turn. And yeah, here we go.
Yeah, that sounds awful. I will also be going to the preview event
Oh, they're nice.
if my group can get there early enough.
I will not. I don't think we'll make it in time, but it's okay.
Are you
I'll just have
flying or are
to do
you driving?
driving.
Hmm. As am I. Alrighty then. I think we should get into the news. We got some news to catch up on.
Yeah.
Starting with something we haven't seen in a while. Old world news. I was excited to see this, kind of. And then I read the article. And
And there's nothing
it's
again.
it's nothing. It just goes over the different factions of the human empire.
I actually like this article because it's actually this article is causing some controversy in the old world Facebook group
Mm-hmm.
because in the article, let me find the article first, but in like the middle area, it talks about how, hey guys, old world is a prequel to Age of Sigmar. All these events will happen before the end times. The end times is gonna happen. Age of Sigmar is gonna happen. Have a good day. And apparently a lot of and not apparently I've seen this. A lot of people were hoping that Old World would be like an alternate timeline where the end times doesn't happen and Age of Sigmar doesn't exist because grognards are hyped for the Old World, but they felt attacked with that statement, saying that this is like the end times is canon. It's happening. So that was kind of funny that they had to put that in. I guess the voices were quite loud.
Well, I mean, I don't know what they were expecting.
Yeah, me neither. Like, yeah, it's always been a prequel to Age of Sigmar. Like that's what the old world is. A prequel to AOS. What do you expect, you know?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to do a multiverses thing where it just we branched off to a different timeline where end times never happened.
Yeah, that's kind of silly. That's really silly. Not even kind of. It's quite silly.
But disappointment abounds. I'm sure for everyone. I don't think this article really made anyone really too happy,
Yeah.
unless you're an Empire player. But even then, I highly doubt it.
I'm gonna be an Empire player if I ever play this game and I this article sucks.
But I thought we'd just bring that in, get that attention. Old World's coming 2027, so just around the corner. But we can move on from that. Let's look over the pre-orders from last week really fast here. Just gonna rapid fire through this. Astra Militarum getting their book finally. Don't bother with the Ultra Edition. Lord Solar is coming around. I still think a goofy looking model. What are we getting here? We're getting Ursula Creed is finally coming around. We getting her. We'll getting the Acadian Shock Troops.
So cool.
Yep, the Command Squad, which is causing a lot of trouble in the competitive scene right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're nasty right now.
Ooh.
The heavy weapons seem updated. The Rogodorn battle tank.
Ooh, controversy has no bottom part. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not explain the controversy.
So there is no like bottom part. You know how like tanks, the bottom, like I guess part of the tank is covered.
Okay.
Like the Rogel door and the bottom part is open. Like if you flip the tank over, you can see the insides. There's no like covering for the bottom.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Why is that a
which is
controversy?
interesting. Huh?
Why is that a controversy?
Well, I guess because people think it's an incomplete vehicle, even though I mean I get it. Like on one hand, you'll never see the tank upside down. It's not like seventh edition or 30K where wrecks stay and people flip the tank over, which is silly. I like putting smokes, but yeah, that doesn't happen in 40K. But on the other hand, if you do make up, if you want to flip it over, it looks incomplete because there's no bottom part. So I mean, I can kind of see both sides, but it's yeah, you never really have the reason to flip it over. And if you're making it a terrain piece, you'll probably just cover it up with something else or something. I don't know. Yeah. Like I understand the controversy, but I definitely don't feel that way.
Right. I get it. I would understand that it's an incomplete vehicle as well.
Yeah.
I think you put up a good point that yeah, Rex don't stay anymore, so
Yes, it's like yeah, no reason to flip it over.
I guess if they're gonna do a diorama picturesque thing where you can see the underneath of the tank, then I guess that would make sense. But
Right.
other than that, I guess I don't get the controversy. But there we go. Rogodor tank coming out. The field ordnance coming out. The updated Sentinel. And the Baneblade. I guess it's being re-released. Was this thing ever out of stock? I feel like it's always been
I
in
guess so,
stock.
yeah. I guess it's a new kit. It's they're releasing it in one big kit again, I think.
Okay. Interesting. Got that. Lehman Russ. Uh, Primus Primus Psyker. Acadia cards and the dice. Look at that. Another 15 dice, which should probably be. How much was the Chaos one? $35?
Yeah, it was $35 for 15.
I remember we can get 20 of these for that much money, but now here we are. To be honest though, the Acadia dice do not look that bad. I think they look pretty good. $35 worth? No, but it's not a bad design. And that is that. We can just quickly jump off of this and go to our Sunday preview, which is the complete opposite of last week's preview because this one's more AOS theme.
Yes.
So we're getting the Beast of Chaos books, which I could have swore have already been out, but honestly I don't pay too much attention. The generic Beast Lord is coming out. Already given our thoughts on that and how disappointed we are. Gloom Kids getting their books released. Getting the Squig Boss with a Nasha Squig. Huh.
You know, I'm shocked. There's no. I think you're gonna say it. Are you gonna say it? What are you gonna say?
Go for it.
There's no two-player box.
I wasn't gonna say that, but
Oh, never mind. That's what I thought.
no, I was gonna say, have we seen this model before?
Yeah. I do vaguely recall seeing this. They previewed it once and never mentioned it again, which happens a lot. But yeah, and it's a model that there's a similar version in one of the Underworlds teams, so it kind of blends in. But this is yeah, it's a new model.
Okay then.
But yeah, no two-player box with this. They're releasing it separately. Maybe they're gonna stop doing that, which is nice.
Nah. We talk about when we get to our LVO predictions. You'll see. You'll see the two-player box set.
That's true.
Moving on from that, we got the Snarlfang Riders. Riders. We got the Vanguard box set for the Beast of Chaos.
Yep. 500 points of goodness. Oh gosh, she's old. Old troops.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at these troops right now. I'm like,
Old
oh my
troops.
god. Maybe they should have updated the troops instead of giving them another character.
I know. Well, to be fair, the character is like their Chaos Lord Farseer equivalent. You know, it's their main HQ, which this is the first time it's getting a plastic mall on its own. So at least they're not releasing a random character again. But
True.
yeah, I did really wish that they're updating the core traces because my gosh, those Beastigor, not Beast, yeah, even the Bestigors, everything in this box except for the Dragon Ogres and the Shaman at the bottom is quite old. Even the Dragon Ogres actually are showing their age compared to newer kits.
Yeah, it looks bad. But Beast of Chaos never really got that much love to begin with.
Yeah, that's true.
We got the Gloom Spike Gits, sorry. Vanguard. For all you goblins out there.
Yep, will.
Got the Gloom Spike cards, Necromunda. We got the Nomad Herder with his little Dune Scutter.
Oh
Talked
yeah.
about that last time. Surprised this is
The-
actually getting released
I know it's pretty fast.
compared to all the other things. Black Library. Just getting a re-release of the Archmage. Prophet's Ruin coming to audio. Sigismund becoming French. And we got Lore Master. I think that's Trazon the Infinite. So we're gonna get his story.
Cool.
And a battle report with the Gloom Spike Gits. And then of course this week, LVO.
LVO.
Which we'll get to. Do not worry, we will get to that. Moving on. I think it's time for some Heresy Thursday.
Yes, it is time for some Heresy Thursday.
So we got this what do we call this, narrative thing where we got the Iron Hands meet the Blood Angels.
Yeah, it's one of those exemplary battles. And this is super cool. It releases 2 units for the Loyalists. So you got the Morlocks, which are kind of like this is crude, like they're not like this, but to give you an idea, they're kind of like Death Company Iron Hands. They took the death of Ferrus Manus really hard, so they're on like a mission of vengeance. So they're Terminators with grav guns, which is super cool. And then we got the Blood Angels Ophanim, which I changed my LVO list to include these guys because I think these are the closest I will get to Sanguinary Guard in 30k. So I have a unit of Sanguinary Guard, like 30k Sanguinary Guard, so they have the eagle helmets and all that. And I use them normally as Dawnbreakers because they don't have a banner to be a command squad. But this unit, I think, is a better fit because they're all chosen warriors, so they can accept challenges. They have rending swords, which that standard that works, and they get bonuses to challenging enemies. So yeah, rework my LVO list to include these guys. So it's pretty cool. And I actually really like the mission. The mission seems like, because a lot of the other missions, they're fun. I'm gonna look forward to playing the missions because I'm kind of tired of the book missions. Can't believe it lasted this long. But yeah, I'm gonna be trying to play the exemplary battle missions. But a lot of them are super narrative. I think the Death Guard Salamanders one. I think it's Salamanders, but the one with the Death Guard, the mission has a special rule for the Death Guard unit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of 2 narrative. Some of them are Zone Mortalis missions. Some of them are actually for 1.0, which you could port quite easily, but they do refer to some rules that are 1.0 rules. But this one seems generic enough that you could just play it as like a match play, quote unquote, mission. Essentially, the defender has a super objective, and then the attacker places objectives all around the map. It's the mission at first glance seems tilted toward the defender, but and the objectives are quite swingy, but it seems like I'm excited enough to try it out. So pretty happy with this release. And obviously, Blood Angels, that's a unit for my Legion, and it's a cool unit. Like, I'm working on Word Bearers, and their other unit is kind of just neat. It's not too amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna build it eventually, but yeah, like this unit is super cool. It's 2-up save, power weapon wielding 2 wound weapon skill 5 jetpacks jump pack squad with a 6-up invul and challenge bonuses. Yeah, super cool. We'll be running at LVO.
Alright, well, I look forward to seeing those.
Yeah.
Moving on from that.
Also, actually,
Oh.
one more things about this article that's kind of hidden in the article. At the very bottom, it mentions this is the final exemplary battle release for the legions. So after this, all exemplary battle stuff will be specific. Well, I'm not sure how, like, if it's only going to be this, but they mentioned the rest will the next set of exemplary battles will be for the demons and the cultists. So we have this new army name, which is the Cultists of the Primordial Annihilator. So, for a little bit of background, in first edition Heresy, there were Solar Auxilia, which are kind of like the think of it as the Scions, but not really. They're not as elite as Scions, but they're more elite than regular Imperial Army. And then you have the cults and militia army lists, which represents the rest of the humans, like the Imperial Army, the various PDF forces, the warp cults that worship chaos and all that. But this army list, but they were all in one army list. This new army list name seems to refer to chaos cultists, like a chaos traitor guard cult army, which is super interesting. I do hope that they mean this the releases will be individual units for these armies, not the full army list as a PDF. I've already expressed my hope that hopefully we'll see it announced at LVO that the demons and militia rules will be a book, because the PDF army lists have been very not bad, but they're definitely very not good. They're
Hmm.
not terrible, but they're not good. So I hope that demons and cultists will get their own book, and the rest of the exemplary battles will feature individual units for them as opposed to the full army list. But yeah, that's an interesting thing there coming out. We're gonna see a different set of rules coming out for Heresy that's not Space Marine centric, which is exciting because, as you know, the Black Library books are 95% Space Marines centered, but the game has different armies, so it'd be cool to see some support for them as well.
I'll have to wait and see, right?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of waiting and seeing, we got a sniper Alpha Legion guy here.
Yes, we got Exodus.
I'll let you explain this since you would know
So
more.
he's just a Praetor equivalent with a sniper rifle. So his sniper rifle is different fire modes. They show them in the article. Yeah, he's one of the two Alpha Legion special characters that are in the book. Super cool that he actually does not have the unique rule, so you can have more than one of him, because it's unclear if he's an individual, or is he part of a special unit that operates independently, or no one knows. So he doesn't have that unique rule, so you could have more than one. And like Alfarius and like Dynet, the other special Alpha Legion special character, he does not have a allegiance rule like literally everyone else in the other legions. So you could run him and Alfarius and Dynet as both a traitor and a loyalist, which is quite interesting.
Why
Super
doesn't he
cool model.
have?
So
Why doesn't he have the Primarch keyword?
because it's not a Primarch.
It's not Alpharius.
It's not Alfarius.
Could have
He
fooled
does
me.
that. He could be, but he's hiding. Alfarius lost that. I'm not sure if he still has the role. He used to have a role where he could hide in a unit, but I don't think he has a role anymore.
Hmm.
You could pretend he's Alfarius. That would be in line with the books. Alfarius does hide as a regular Space Marine. A really tall Space Marine. But yeah, model super cool. I mean, he's worth converting to, like, there's a captain variant with a sniper weapon, and he fits the bill there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, super sick. I like it. Very well done, well sculpted, very Alpha Legion-y.
It is a very beautiful model,
Yeah,
but
super resilient.
well, yes, that is always a downside with 30K.
Yeah,
Is
special
that
characters.
everything is resin.
Resin, yeah.
While GW moved fast enough to get these models into plastic,
Hmm.
now we have to deal with it forever in resin. But moving on to the next heresy thing, we got the bikers, the jet bikers for, I don't know, for everyone. Who are these
Yeah,
for?
this is generic jet bike unit that every legion can take. This is pretty amazing. This is one of those things, like, if you told me a year ago that we were getting plastic jet bikes, I'm like, ha, I wish, no way. And here we are getting plastic jet bikes. Now the rules are okay. They got nerfed from last edition. They lost an armor save and they lost a toughness, I believe. They did keep their 2 wounds. I think they went down on points, but it would have been nice to keep to be a little bit tougher. But regardless, these are freaking plastic jet bikes. Like I think right now they're like $60 for one on Forge World. But having $60 for three and not having to deal with resin is pretty great. I am definitely picking these up because this is one of those iconic Horus Heresy units that you don't see in 40k. You probably won't see in 40k. I mean, the fact that Primaris got regular wheeled bikes, to me, telegraphs that they're not going to get jet bikes anytime soon, the next 5 years or so. So having, this is one again iconic Heresy thing, and it would be so cool to see these on the table now because I have noticed in the meta and the various 30k metas that plastic units are more prevalent because they're plastic, they're cheaper, they're easier to work with. So you don't see a lot of jet bikes, but when these come out, definitely excited to see these more on the table because they're so cool, right? Wish they got a buff, but regardless, they're so cool. I just don't know which legion to have them in, Word Bearers or Blood Angels. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, these are great.
Not White
Very
Scars.
excited. You mean a new legion? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know.
If last edition I was gonna do a White Scar army because there was a hilarious Jagged Icon list where your whole army gets a 2-up Jinx save because of how his rules interact. But yeah, I don't know if I want to do White Scars because it's another. Instead of getting
Another
6 jet
Legion.
bikes, I'd have to get like 18 jet bikes and some special unit jet bikes and all that. Yeah,
True, true.
super cool. This is very exciting. Oh,
Alrighty
they have
then.
Shrouded. I didn't know that. Interesting.
They have a what?
They have a 5 of Feel No Pain, which is because in 30k there's two kinds of Feel No Pain. There's the classic Feel No Pain,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's Shrouded, which is functionally the same, but Shrouded isn't affected by instant death because if you recall, if you double their toughness, they don't get Feel No Pain, but they still get Shrouded. So there we go. That's a cool rule that they have. Makes them a little bit more survivable. I think it's only if they run though. Anyways, yeah, super cool. Very excited. Giving them bulk heights.
As you should.
Or multi meltas though. Ooh, I don't know. This is just cool. I'm excited.
Well, let's move on to our what are they called? Necromunda. Got our
Necromunda.
bug buddies, as they're calling it.
Yeah. Let me find the.
It's a it's an interesting thing. They're really going with the whole Beastmasters with the whole waste
Yeah,
clan.
yeah. So yeah, every gang can take this. This is a random kind of mercenary dude you could take in your gang. I think he's a hanger on, so he hangs out with you permanently when you hire him, unlike bounty hunters who will leave after a few missions. So yeah, if you want to include some little beasties in your gang, this is the way to do it. I think it's the same. So this guy has the same rules as the other guys. We remember that guy with the Ripper Jacks. I think it's the same rules, just different models, different designs. So if you want some variety in your Beastmasters, there's this guy's an option. And you got the Millisaurs, which are kind of like the dune worms with legs
Hmm.
or caterpillar legs or whatever. But yeah, this is nice. And it's Necro, right? Like you can't complain when they release the most random thing because that's Necro's thing is releasing random crap
It is what they do, and it's what they've been doing for the past three
forever.
months,
Oh, yeah,
probably more.
probably more.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep,
Nick,
def probably will be seeing this in our campaign. I'm sure someone's gonna get them.
yeah, I'm sure they will. And it's funny because Necromunda has been getting the new model of the month, like, or not month, week,
Yeah, Monday.
every week,
Yeah,
except for
yeah,
today.
yeah.
This is from last week, because today we got this dog preview.
Yes, was a Necromunda model, but now is a 40k model. It has Necro rules though, so. But then again, every model is a Necromunda model, as they say.
True. But yep, there we go. LVO is coming.
It is coming.
Shall we just start with our bottom predictions of all the games that we don't really know too much about? Like Gnarlwood? What do you think's going for
Yeah,
Gnarlwood?
Gnarlwood. I don't know the next team, next set of cool models for the game that I wish more people played, but
I
people
think
don't.
it's just gonna be I think it's gonna be a 2-player set.
You think so? It's quite possible. They've been really shortening the time between the two-player sets these past few sets, so yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
It
Good
just
for
seems
them.
like every time I feel like every time I hear something about Underworlds, it's always like, here's this new 2-player box set. And
Yeah,
then
no,
it's
you're
always
right.
something else.
It has been, so it's very possible that they will do that.
But that would be my guess. Do you want to take a guess? Because whatever we guess is definitely not going to be right.
Yeah, I have no idea. Wish list. I don't even know, man. I don't know. I have no idea what kind of what they're gonna pull out of their butts.
Wish
But it's gonna be
list.
something that looks cool, like they always are.
Wish list. Tomb Kings versus Empire. That's what I
There
want.
you go. There you go.
Let's go ahead and go with War Cry.
The next set, the one with the corn and elves,
No,
I think.
yeah, I totally
I'm
forgot
sure
about
that.
that.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna teach something else, but because this is, it will have been a year of Warcry, so it's gonna be a new two. Well, I guess yeah. Never
yeah.
mind.
It's probably gonna be a new two-player box. I think it's time.
Yeah, so not too big of a surprise on that one. Fantasy or Age of
AOS.
Sigmar.
Oh my gosh, humans, please give John his regular humans for
I
Age of
think
Sigmar.
I think we need another faction of greenskins.
Oh my gosh,
I think
more
we
work.
think like maybe an army of Noblars.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's what we need. But yeah, John's going for the humans. I'm
Yeah,
going. I don't really care too much. I'll say Dark Elves. Give us
that's
give us the Dark
possible.
Elves.
Yeah, that's possible. We could also see. I think we might see just battle tome announcements with like a hero. If it wasn't, if not regular humans, Bone Reapers new unit, like an archer unit for Bone Reapers, I would like that. Pick it up for my perpetually work in progress Bone Reaper army. But yeah, I think yeah that's my those are my two predictions. Either regular humans or Cities of Sigmar or Bone Reapers. Battle Tome and a unit or character. Hopefully a unit. They already have a lot of characters.
Well, if I had to guess seriously, it'll be I wish I had the list up. It's what? It's do you remember what they're releasing for
Death.
spring?
Because we had a yeah, because there's a chaos and destruction coming out, which is Night Gloomspite, excuse me, and Beast of Chaos. So it's the death one now. That's
Okay.
why my serious prediction is Bone Reapers.
Okay, I'll go with Bone Reapers, but it's gonna be a 2-player box set. So it's gonna be Bone
Oh, okay.
Reapers with a new character in a new unit versus I don't want to say Lizardman because that's getting revamped. Let's say ooh, there's an
Could be
order.
Lizardman actually. Could be Lizardman. Could be just that
I
one
don't
unit.
think it'd be Lizardman because they're getting their models revamped, aren't they?
Right, but it could be a just a cavalry unit and a character, which would be lame. Yeah, I wish it would be a full release, but
All right, fine. Let's go with that. Bone Reapers, new character, new unit against some revamped Saurus warriors.
there you go.
That'll be my prediction. Lock it in. All right then. Well, let's start with an obvious one here. Kill team. Gonna be the Arbites versus the
Dark Eldar.
Dark Eldar.
Yep.
I hope they do not do what they did last year, where they just showed us like one model and
Oh
be like,
yeah.
yeah, that isn't that cool, guys? Look at those Corsairs. It's gonna be great. And that's what I have a feeling they're gonna do with the Dark Eldar. Is they're gonna show us the entire Arbides team, and then they'll show us like one model
Yeah.
from the Dark Eldar.
That would be lame. I prefer the opposite. I wouldn't mind if they showed us the Dark Eldar team and then the Arbites later. It's a lot of Imperium teams they've released. Breachers, Kazarkin.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna see all the Arbides, and then we'll see the leader of the Dark Eldar. Because I think the rest of the Dark Eldar will just be generic people. So, just in cooler sculpts, but generic nonetheless. But
That is fair.
I'm mocking that in. I don't think they're gonna show anything else for Kill Team. Unless you think they'll show anything else? I don't think so.
No, I think they're going to be conservative like last year and just show that.
All right then. Let's start with your favorite 30K.
All right. Actually, let me read my chat or the 30K chat I'm in. What did I say? So, wish list is plastic breachers. Like give us plastic breachers. That would be amazing. Another wish list is the new book I was talking about earlier, which is the Chaos book, because we had Liber Imperium, which is Custodes Sisters and Solar Ox. You know, Solar Ox could be Chaos too, but I would like a Chaos equivalent with the full demon rules, the cults and militia rules, and the Chaos Assassins, which we'll probably see the Chaos Assassin model. We'll see all the what's it called, the silhouettes from the New Year video. So the Cerberus we will see, and the Librarian. The dream list is a freaking like match playbook would be amazing with just missions like that. That's what I want right now for Heresy, just more missions, because the book missions are so bad. Like, uh,
Would you want like what 40K has,
I would
which is
want
be
that,
a
but
seasonal thing?
I would want that once a year, or maybe twice, even twice a year is pushing it, like once a year of just like here's some missions. I just want more than the base ones. Just so the thing is, like, if 30K had 40K's book mission, you know, when ninth came out, there was missions in the core book. If 30K had that, I'd be fine because those missions are great. The issue with 30K is there's one mission with progressives. There's only one mission where you score every turn. Every other mission you score at the end of the game. So the game just 5 times out of 6, the game just devolves into tabling, because scoring doesn't matter until the end. So you spend the first 4 turns trying to kill them, because positioning doesn't really matter until like turns 5 or 6 or maybe 4. So for sure, turns 1, 2, and 3, you're focusing on killing them, right? I've played a lot of Heresy since it came out, and there's never been a point where this happened in 40K though, where you get wiped, you have like 1 or 2 units left, but you win because you play the objective. And the enemy has most of its stuff left because you play the objective, they focus on killing, but you win the objective. No, in 30K, the winner is the one who kills the most, like straight up. Unless you play the one mission with progressive scoring. So I just want missions. Not necessarily like the seasonal stuff like 40K, but even just a yearly update would be great. Like, yeah. So that's my dream list. But realistically, it's gonna be the silhouettes revealed and hopefully plastic breachers.
What was the silhouette? I don't remember.
So there was the Cerberus, which is a Spartan with a laser cannon up front. There was the Librarian, which is probably going to be an Esoterist, which is a demonic librarian who it goes to the demon Wikipedia. And then there was the Chaos Assassin type thing. And
Yeah.
my hope is the Chaos Assassin will coincide with the Chaos book that I was talking about. So honestly, if I had to pick one thing from what I said, it would be that I just want the Chaos book so demons can get rules. Everything else could honestly wait. I want demon rules like as soon as possible.
Well then, there we go. I'm not gonna have an opinion on this because I really don't know what. I'm not in the know of 30K, so
That's fair.
I'm just not gonna put my opinion on it.
Eldar rules for 30K. Just say it.
Xenos are coming.
Xenos expansion.
The Primarch orcs. Let's go.
Prime Orcs. There you go.
There you go. They're coming. And 40K. Well, we're already gonna get the Primaris Devastators. That is the silhouette
Oh, yeah.
that we're gonna get. Other rumors are Brutalis, or Brutalis. I don't remember what they. I don't remember what the people are calling the new Primaris Combat Dreadnought.
Okay.
It's like something like Brutalis or something.
Okay.
That's what they're thinking might be revealed. They said 40K was gonna be pretty big reveals. Obviously we're gonna see Farsight and Snickrot because their silhouettes were in that video. Let's see, what else could there be? Maybe
Dark Mechanicum?
she wish. The Arcs of Omen book is probably gonna get revealed here.
Oh, yeah. Farsight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
So
Farsight.
that book's supposed to be Xenos centric. So see that there. And maybe they'll reveal a 2-player battle set between Farsight and Snickrod, or they'll release they'll show off the patrol box, or whatever they call it now, for Tau and Orcs.
Okay.
That is my predictions.
Yeah, I would say for sure the Farsight. The silhouettes, the Farsight, the Devastators, and 10th edition hint. Like something's coming. But maybe not. Maybe they'll milk this Arcs of Omen. Probably, yeah, they'll probably milk this Arcs of Omen thing before 10th edition. Kind of draw it out really,
Yeah, I
really
don't
hard.
think we're gonna get any 10th edition leaks until
Like
closer to
April?
June.
Yeah, like April, May or something. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right there.
Because they didn't. The last LVO, they didn't. Oh, well, I guess last LVO didn't count. That wasn't. No, I was there for ninth edition. They didn't really reveal anything.
Yeah, not for LVO.
So I doubt anything is going to be shown. That's a. When's Warhammer Day? That's August, right?
No, that's before June for sure. Yeah,
So
because that's
it's gonna
usually
be a Warhammer Day thing.
yeah. You're right.
But
I'm hoping Farsight. I want to see that Farsight model.
it's gotta be better than what it currently is.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's my predictions for LVO. Will it be disappointing? I hope not. I don't want it to be disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, last year's the 40K one was ruined by the leak of the avatar. The 30K one was literally just Kabanda and then the logo change, which did herald second edition, but at the time it was just kind of Kabanda, which was super lame. But I think the 30K one, I don't think will be worse than last year. The 40K one, depending on the leak, if the big thing gets leaked. I mean, Farsight. You think Farsight's gonna get leaked? I think so.
I mean, you can never tell with these Warhammer sleuths out here. They can find anything really.
Yeah.
Will it get leaked? Probably. When did the Avatar get leaked? Did it get leaked the day before or the day
Like the
of?
day before. I don't think we even talked about it on the. I forgot if we talked about if it was a Monday, but it was the week of, like maybe midweek before, like Tuesday or Wednesday or something.
Yeah, it was. It was bad. It really did kill the hype for those reveals.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping no leaks get out. until, well, no leaks get out. I want it to be a proper reveal.
That would be ideal for sure.
But the fact that, we already know that it's already going to be a Devastator unit and stuff. I mean, GW already leaked it. We already know. We just don't know what it looks like colored in.
Yeah.
But there we go. I'll be there. John will be there. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
But enough Warhammer news. We're gonna dive into one article here for Star Wars Legion.
Yeah. And I'll also afterwards I'm gonna chat about some hidden changes. Well, not hidden, but unannounced changes with the new rules.
All right
But
then.
but
So
yeah, so first
what are we looking at here, John?
you're
Some Dark
looking at
Troopers.
the full reveal for your unit that you're excited about, and now I'm excited about are the Dark Troopers. So yeah, the card, we already know they have armor. They can only be hurt by crits. They have plotting, so they can only make one move a turn. They cannot benefit from cover, which is fine because they would kind of be busted if they could if they could benefit from cover, and you cannot repair them, which again they would be very busted if you could heal them. And they have the most unique thing about them though, well, besides being troopers with full armor, is they have the unstoppable rule. And we'll talk about this again because this is kind of their defining feature. So they can activate twice during a turn. So they get 2 order tokens. So when you assign them an order, you can only assign them 1 face-up order token, but you put the second token in the bag. So you get 2 activations for this unit for the price of 1. Now they do have speed 1, and they have plotting, so again 1 move per turn. But once they're in position, these guys are shooting twice a turn, man. That's crazy.
It is nice.
Yeah. And now we get to see their heavy weapon upgrades. So going from left to right, I'm going to talk about this, what they have. So first is the assault cannon. So 4 shots, 4 black dice, which range of 3, which is pretty average. Has critical 1, so it's a good keyword because they do not have natural surge to hit. So critical 1 is you could change 1 surge to a critical hit, which that ups their firepower quite a bit, and it helps them deal with things in cover. So I think that's gonna be. I think every unit, most units, not every, most units are gonna start with the assault cannon, because big thing about Dark Troopers, they could take 2 heavy weapons. So I think the first heavy weapon is most of the time going to be this assault cannon because it's the middle of the road one. The solid range, solid dice, solid critical one. It's the most expensive one as well. So we got that. Then we got the frag launcher, which is not the bazooka launcher. It's actually just a frag launcher. So it's range 2, which is pretty short. Throws 2 red, 1 black. It's respectable. It has exhaust. So when you shoot it, you have to tap it. However, it does have the cycle rule. So that means that if you spend a turn without... Sorry, if you spend an activation without shooting this, it refreshes automatically. And this unit activates twice a turn. So you will be guaranteed to shoot this every turn. At least once. It has impact too. So 2 hits become crits when you're shooting at armored units. Mostly against vehicles or other Dark Troopers. But and finally, the defining rule I think of this weapon, it has the blast rule, which means it ignores cover. And that means if you shoot this weapon along with the squad, the whole attack ignores cover. That's pretty good.
That's pretty
That's pretty
brutal.
gross. Yeah, especially now with the new line of sight rules, it's really easy to keep things in cover because, to reiterate, if any part of an enemy model is obscured by terrain, they count as being obscured, and if half the unit's obscured, they get cover. Super easy to do that. But with blast, now you're throwing, if you have a unit of 3 with the assault cannon and the frag launcher, that's 8 black dice, 2 red, that's 10 dice, ignoring cover. Super good. Then we get the this is the cool melee weapon, the Myrtleizer. What a word. So it's 2 red, 1 black, suppressive. Not too exciting, but these guys hit hard in melee. They have 1 red, 1 white. They activate twice a turn, and if you have a meta with a lot of Jedi, slapping this on your Dark Troopers is good insurance because I mean, yeah, Luke Skywalker and the Mandalorian chops these guys up pretty efficiently, but in game, the Jedi are gonna think twice about engaging them in melee because yeah, it's 2 red, 1 black, and then the rest of the squad punching you. That's you're probably putting this with another heavy weapon, so you're looking at what 4 red, 4 white, sorry, 6 red, 4 white, 1 black dice in melee twice a turn. You know, maybe they'll kill 1 or 2 Dark Troopers, so you're looking at 16 dice in a turn. That's pretty gross. This is, I think, if most units of Dark Troopers, I think, are going to stick with the Assault Cannon and the Myrtleizer because, you know, it's a pricey unit. You're looking at almost 200 points with that configuration, but it's, you know, it hits hard, activates twice, and you can't just tie it up in melee because most vehicles like ATSTs, they kind of fall over, not fall over, but they're in danger if something's in melee with them, but not these guys, right? The opponent will think twice about engaging them in melee because they're gonna get myrtleized. We got the Imperial Dark Trooper, so you could add an extra model to the unit. This I think isn't as I don't want to say it's you don't do this, but it gets pricey. If you have 2 heavy weapons, adding an extra guy for 32 points, you're pushing almost 220 points with 1 unit, which is a fourth of your list. So I don't see most people including the extra Dark Trooper, honestly. I could see yeah, and you know, if you're going for a cheap unit, the Myrtleizer's 4 more points and you get a melee weapon. So yeah, I think it's just this is just if you want, you know, if you want a big unit of Dark Troopers, throw that in there. But I think in most lists, I wouldn't see the extra trooper there. I think 2 heavy weapons and a squad is enough. Hell, even just 1 squad with 1 heavy weapon, if especially if you're taking 2 units, even just 1 unit, that's already a solid. It's a solid unit. It's a trooper unit with armor, which means it can score all objectives. It means it could traverse through all terrain. It could climb buildings and stuff. Yeah, so those are the weapon upgrades. And finally, we have the program loyalty upgrade. So interesting because this is an AI upgrade, and AI upgrades usually go on units where they have the AI rule, and the AI rule is if you don't have a face-up order token, you have to perform the listed AI action. For example, battle droids have AI attack, so if they don't have an order token, they have to attack for their first action. There's like no downside to the Dark Trooper one. It just says you. Well, I guess the downside is you can only be ordered by commanders. So if you have this upgrade, right, Boba Fett or IG cannot order Dark Troopers, which not a big deal.
No, not really.
You know, yeah, especially if you take Moff Gideon gives a free order to these guys every turn if they're near him, so it's not not really a downside. But this is a 5-point upgrade, and the unit gets retinue, and the retinue rule is or retinue commander. So if this unit starts its activation, I think within range 1 or 2 of the commander, for sure range 1. Not sure if it's range 1 or 2, but if it starts in that distance of your commander, you get a free aim or dodge token. This is an if if you have Moff Gideon or any honestly, it's 5 points, right? Unless your game plan is to drop these guys in their face turn 1, this is kind of an auto include. It's 5 points for a free token every turn. I would take it.
I'm
But
looking forward to it.
yeah, that's the Dark Troopers. The heavy weapons are they're all for to me they're pricier than I thought they would, but it also forces you to make options. And honestly, I think even for the cost, they're really good. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I was gonna get them regardless
What are
of
you gonna run
if
in
they were
yours?
good or bad. I'm sorry.
What are you gonna run in yours?
Uh, well, given how you explained the frag launcher, I'm definitely gonna get the frag launcher.
Mm-hmm.
And considering they can deep strike in, definitely put them in there. But yeah, it'd be frag launcher, and you hate me for this, but extra storm or dark trooper.
Just pay the 4 points. Get the meat tenderizer.
Get the wait what?
Well, the thing is, so the unit could take 2 heavy weapons, right? So you take the frag launcher, right?
Right.
And you said you're gonna take a regular trooper.
Yeah.
So if you pay 4 extra points, you could get the Myrtleizer trooper instead, and you get the melee weapon. Does that make sense?
Oh, so it's just a whole another troop, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I should. My bad. I didn't explain that. Yeah, the Myrtleizer. It's not an equipment for the squad. It's another dude with this giant baseball bat,
Yeah. Mm.
and he keeps the gun. So if you want to, he can still shoot. But if someone gets close, he gets whacked
Yeah, you know
for
what? For
4 points.
the memes, I would take the Myrtleizer. Why not?
Yeah, yeah. I think if yeah, it's if you're gonna take an extra Dark Trooper, you might as well pay the 4 points to get the Myrtleizer instead. Because yeah, it's the and it's more than just the memes, man. That's pretty like two red, one black suppressive. It's pretty gross when someone gets close.
Yeah, but the chances of getting them in combat is still pretty slim.
That's true. Even if you deep strike them, I see it more as insurance, right? You know, when the enemy has a Jedi or Magna Guard or something,
Yeah.
and they see a Martelizer, they're less. It's less of you know, it's tougher for them to want to get into melee because they're gonna get myrtleized. And for just 4 points, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it's still a good choice to have. But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, they'll go with my snow trooper, my army of movement one. It'll be great.
there you go. Yeah, deep strike your troopers next to your snows when they get in there and just start fragging things.
Start going to town.
Yeah, yeah. This unit is exciting.
I'm excited. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
Any
I'm
idea
planning
on
to.
the release date though?
So it's gonna be February. Actually, just pull my pre-order in at my local game store. It's coming February something, like early February, early mid February.
I see. All right then. Well, I'll have to wait till then.
Yeah.
Maybe LVO. Who knows? Probably
There we
not.
go. Actually, they just announced something today, which I forgot to add. Let me put it on the chat really quick. And while I'm here, let me find the release date. So these guys are coming out February 17th, so mid-February. But yeah,
Excellent.
super excited. Yeah, already again pre-ordered one. I planning to. There's actually a new Star Wars Legion League at the local game store. I'm planning to run these guys with Boba Fett and IG-88, good old double bounty Dark Troopers. So should be a fun time.
Should be,
Yeah,
but there we go.
there you go.
That is all the news that we have this week.
Oh, one more I put in the
Oh,
chat.
you did. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good. I just put it right now because I just remembered it was announced today.
When I Discord's in streamer mode, it doesn't give me a notification, so I kind of forgot. All right, here we go. What do we got here?
We got Asajj Ventress coming into Legion in March. So operative for the droid army.
Damn. I'd actually would want to pick her up just because of her badass role in the first iteration of the Clone Wars.
Oh yeah. That's a cool one.
But I would have to play droids. I don't know about that.
I play droids.
I think I'll have to pass. But
But
very
yeah, it's
cool.
very cool. And again, like this game is going. It's not getting 40K level of releases every 2 weeks, but we're getting releases for Legion and
Well,
Separatists.
once Shatterpoint comes out, then this game will be dead.
Yes, the game will instantly die. No more support. Gotta burn your models.
Yes,
You want to play Vader? Too bad.
make sure you set your models ablaze to
Yes.
heavy metal.
Yes. Absolutely.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good stuff. But yeah, this is cool. There's still Commander Cody and Ewoks who have been announced. Surprised Ewoks aren't up for pre-order yet, considering we've seen their full models already. But this is the first time we've seen Ventress's painted model. So, but I'm not complaining, right? It's a new unit for Separatists who haven't gotten something new in a long
Forever.
while. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. All right, there's no more other hidden things here. We got all this
That's
stuff.
new Conquest starter set, but we could talk about that next time.
Yes, we can. All right then. Well, let's quickly go over the hobby and gaming we've done this week. What have you been up to, my friend?
Played Legion with Will. So he wanted to he had some stuff he wanted to borrow from or he had his he had some tables on my place he wanted to get to loan out for an event. So we played a game, excuse to hang out. We played Legion with the new rules and it was super fun. I played Shadow Collective and he played droids with Count Dooku and my gosh, I've never seen Cad Bane get one shot by anything. Freaking Dooku in his one pip turn, he had saber throw and lightning. So he threw like 8 dice, like Pierce 4 or something at Cad Bane and just deleted him. That was pretty gross, but it was fun. We had a good time and I think, Will he's at doing his masters right now in game designs and he was talking about Legion as a game and yeah, we're just having a good chat about the game mechanics and how Legion's game mechanics are, they promote active gameplay because of the altered activations, the card system, and all that, and how we wish 40K would have more of that. But yeah, it was fun and no heresy for me, surprisingly. I think I didn't show up on the Friday heresy night just so I could work on my LVO stuff because yeah, I had to paint 10 or finish 10 assault marines and paint 10 heavy support marines and some characters. So right now I just finished varnishing them. I did some pinhole washes, so I think in about 2 or 3 hours I will remove the wash and then do another round of varnishing or sorry, do some transfers and then do the varnishing. So hopefully by tomorrow I will be done, and then I'll just have like 7 Sisters of Silence to do super quick, and then I'll be good to go for LVO. Super last minute, but I mean that's a tradition, right? As from what I heard.
Sorry, yeah, it is tradition. As I am still procrastinating on painting my
Yep.
models.
There we
I
go.
still got the 5 chaos spawn that I need to. Or, sorry, 4 chaos spawn that I need to paint.
There
And
we go.
then for the doubles tournament, I gotta paint up some goatmen because I am
Ooh,
running
fingers.
some Zangors.
Wow.
Well, I mean, with the point changes that had occurred, shamans are even more desirable to take.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, because we're doing the whole Terminator thing, I kind of just need points to fill up
Okay, that makes sense.
because I can't run 20 Terminators. That's a 10-man squad for me is like already 500 points. So
Oh, I see.
I gotta have a little bit of chaff units running around.
Right, right.
But yeah, I got all that. It'll definitely, now that I'm on vacation officially from work, uh, will I procrastinate more and just wait till LVO, or will I start tomorrow with the determination to get this thing done? Probably wait till LVO.
Of
I'm
course.
not gonna lie, because I mean, like I said, the chaos spawn are the only thing that are not painted, and I'll just do those quick and dirty. And as for the Zangors, I'll do them quick and dirty too. But we'll see. We'll see. It all depends on my mood. But in terms of gaming, I no gaming this week. I wanted to get some gaming, but it just didn't work out in terms of finding people to play with. So LVO, here I come. I'll
Here
be
we
very
go.
unprepared, unreadied. I think I know last time we talked, I said I didn't know if they were gonna do Arcs of Omen, if it made the cutoff or not.
Hmm.
So it turns out that LVO already had set the limit or the cutoff at December 30th. So LVO was, I mean, not LVO, Arcs of Omen was never on the table.
Freaking cowards. I'm just saying that tongue in cheek because Legion is using the new rules.
Yeah, well, I think so. Probably it's not going to be that interesting, to be honest, because it's all going to just be the same old lists going at it again,
Hmm.
not trying out the new stuff. So
Right, right.
probably not going to be that interesting of a result, though. It being a big tournament, we could have those very, very skilled players bring those armies that should do terrible and just win with it.
Oh,
I
that should be a good time.
I can't remember his name, but last year he did it with Admech. Admech just dominate. His Admech dominated the tournament. So I'm sure those very, like, again, very rare players will take an army that should not win and win the whole thing. But again, those are like top 1%. All they do is play Warhammer. Just
And
go
some of those people are crazy, honestly.
fly around the world just to play in the tournaments. Yeah, they're I mean, they make a living out of it, so and they get their money's worth out of it. But yeah, that is the plan, and I'll be sure to take a lot of pictures. I'm sure John will take a lot of pictures at his event, and we'll share what we got. But as of right now, I think we'll call it right there. I'd like to thank everyone who made it to the end, and we'll see you after LVO.
Then everyone.